It's Sunday night. It's game night here at the fabulous Viola Arena in beautiful Cardiff Bay. So without further ado, let's get out of our seats. Put your heads together for your team, the home team, your Peacocks, Cardiff Devils!
For 33 seasons, the Cardiff Devils have battled the Nottingham Panthers. They've gone to and fro in league title chases, they've gone toe-to-toe in cup finals, they've gone toe-to-toe in bench clearances. Pretty much anything that can happen in hockey has happened in this fixture. And in 1920, these two storied franchises are again two of the top teams in the league, battling on all fronts for all competitions, and their fates are intertwined over the next 4 days in league and cup. Gareth Hewish alongside Ollie Hampson, and Ollie, is a lot to play for between now and Thursday morning, and we should see after that who will be the happier of these two franchises.
Yeah, exactly. Two crucial games coming up. One team's going to the Challenge Cup final, one team's missing out. Both got really good history in that competition as well, especially the Panthers, but there's also 2 points up for grabs tonight, so it's going to be a very interesting couple of days between these two clubs.
The Devils and the Panthers both confident they can mount a title challenge. Despite Nottingham's slip up last night, there's still plenty of league to play for, and should they win tonight, that will go some way to healing the wounds of last night, whereas the Devils are chasing down the Steelers with their game in hand. But with those games in hand to count, they need to keep winning on nights that Steelers are winning and playing as well. So fascinating permutation throughout the league already, and we're only still in January.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many teams still in the hunt right now. Top 4, Sheffield, Cardiff, Belfast, Nottingham. Those are who you'd probably expect to be in the hunt, but you can't really rule out some of the other teams who are chasing that pack as well. It's going to be an exciting couple of months ahead.
Just to run you through the team news again for the Panthers: no Adam Deutsch, and no Brett Bulmer, and no Sam Gospel. For the Devils, Sean Morrison, this is out still through injury. No Tom Breckis either, as Duggan is back in the lineup. Evan Mosey, of course, is still the long-term absentee as well. We're going to take a short break here for the ceremony face-off, and we may have a You Can Play video as well, we'll see. So we'll just take a short break here and be back in time for the puck drop.
Big thank you to Niche Sport and Finance for their support tonight and all season long. Now, before we sing the national anthem, we have a very special video in honor of pride throughout the Elite Hockey League, if you look up on the big screen.
For us, it's about respect.
Respect for our teammates. Respect for our fans.
Respect for our game.
Racist, sexist, homophobic, and anti-LGBTQ+ language have no place in our game.
I want my teammates to know I have their back.
I want our game to be a safe place for everyone on the ice and in the stands.
If you can shoot, shoot. If you can coach, you can coach.
If you can cheer, you can cheer.
If you can play, you can play.
Folks, thank you all for supporting tonight's Pride game and also the Pride Initiative throughout the Elite League. A big thank you to all of you supporting, and a big welcome to everyone here from Pride Cymru that we partner with for tonight's game. Now I'd like you all to be upstanding, remove your caps and hats as we join Beth Millard in the singing of the Welsh National Anthem.
I
A great You Can Play video there, Ollie, and I think we should take time to mention here, a few years ago, Andrew Hotham was a player for the Cardiff Devils who really spearheaded the involvement of the Devils in the You Can Play initiative. The Devils became the first European sports team to get involved at that time, and to see what it's grown into now, I think a stick tap to Andrew Hotham and with support from Paul Sullivan at that time, but kind of laying the foundations here in Cardiff for a night like tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Andrew Hotham, he was a champion for these types of events. I thought that, you know, Andrew Hotham is a very respectable guy off the ice. Really enjoyed catching up with him when I could, and his passion for this topic as well shone through in exactly how he carried himself off the ice. Credit to him for really being a spearhead of getting this thing started in Cardiff.
It also shone through that time in Guildford where he thought he heard homophobic language and dealt with it in his own admirable way.
Yeah, I've also seen him off the ice a couple of seasons ago. A fan said it, and he was right in front of me, called him out on it straight away, so credits to him. That's exactly what we need.
Your officials tonight are Matt Rose and Liam Sewell. We are ready to get underway. It's Pride Night, but competitive hostilities are about to get underway between the Panthers and the Devils here in league action as the Panthers get hold of the puck early. Long stretch pass, Pellini is in behind the Devils defense. Pellini on the backhand, denied by Bounds. But the Panthers have found a seam early, and now the Devils move forward with Reddick. A chip and chase from him, Fick to get there first. Martin now, can the Devils get a chance of their own? Carr is called in early, and he makes the save as well. Cameos from both netminders, and both netminders with a good start.
Yeah, Panthers really dangerous chance there. They found a bit of space behind the Devils defense once again.
Fournier just short side, doesn't hit the target.
Yeah, I was just saying there, the Panthers, they found a space behind the Devils defense. That's something they did so well all night long on Wednesday night. So the Devils, they really need to shore things up defensively. The Panthers are playing a long stretch game with that puck coming out their own zone. Devils really need to come up with something to counter it.
Fournier thought he could find the gap, but the puck just eluded his path a little bit, and now the Panthers come away with it again. It's delayed a little bit, Jake Hansen, and now Bounds will stick handle this one out to the blue line. Longley can't get it under his spell. This feels just like a continuation of Wednesday night. Off the boards for the Devils, and this is going to take an icing.
Yeah, as you said there, it does feel as though it's just continued from Wednesday night. There's not too much time to dwell on what happened in that 5-all draw, so both these teams know exactly how to play against each other. If you watch here now, it's a good pass from their own zone to Pellini. He stood right on that blue line, playing up high. They're looking for that stretch option every single time. Devils, after Wednesday night, you would have thought they may have adjusted their game plan to counter that. Doesn't seem so early on.
And those little gaps have been appearing since Morrison has been out of the team, and there is a feeling amongst them that Morrison has been quite a good glue at the back end there, but of course he's not on the ice for a full 60 minutes all the time. We'll send the puck back. McMonigal is in a foot race here. Horvat chasing him down. Horvat will just hit him against the boards and comes away with possession too. Matheson. Betteridge. Loves a goal in this big building, Ollie Betteridge. His last 2 appearances have yielded 2 goals. Bounds swats that one away to the corner, and that's a poor pass from Horvat. Now the Devils will go on the rush. Mark Lewis. Carr elects to play. Horvat can't get away from the attentions of Bryce Reddick. Batch. There's a collision, center ice. All players are back up. Jardine was pinching in then, thought he could get to the puck first, but the Panthers spring it. John Rowe. Lapine. is put into the net in by Barnes' back.
Yeah, Jardine just pinches up there to try and keep that play alive, but what he does is very sensible. Instead of pinching up and trying to make a beeline towards the corner, he's also got his edge work and his feet pointing back towards the zone. If you watch there, he's straight away turning back up ice to take away a potential off-man situation. Really smart recognition from Jardine there.
Very good spot there, Ollie. Panthers win the draw. Threading the blue line. That's a deflection over the net. Thick. Mariamaki puts a hit in here. And a poke check from Mariamaki. Polini with a drive, and it's fallen for the Panthers nicely. The pass across the crease couldn't be converted by Talbot. Now Martin feeds Fournier. But a poke check from the Panthers mean the Devils can't get a cycle in the defensive zone. Mariamaki, to me, Ollie, looks like someone who's battling to stay on the line that he's been put on.
Yeah, over the last couple of games, Matthew Mariamaki's been outstanding. He's really playing with a lot of energy, playing physical as well, trying to use his board play very sensibly. He did that very well Wednesday night, doing a good job so far early on, forces a turnover and springs the Devils loose on the other way.
Reddick's pass is thrown right into the slot, and the Devils have to recover through a dad, which they do. DeSantis under pressure from Reddick. Haddad with a poke check. Dixon now. Haddad. Good work by the Devils to win back possession. Dixon couldn't quite read the flight of that puck. Longley. Longley. Haddad. Haddad turning Malmquist. Haddad still with it. He can't quite get Malmquist's attentions away from him. Chuck comes through and doesn't get to Carr this time. Sam Hurt. And the Panthers find an outlet with Hansen. Reddick can't stop here from moving forward, but the Devils do have a bit of time and space to try and get themselves out of the zone.
Yeah, good zone time there from the Devils a few moments ago, but really smart play from Dylan Malmquist. As Joey Haddad trying to do his usual thing of just out skating a guy, trying to make sure that he can be the one who keeps the puck and open a chance on lane. He then just turns around and Malmquist stands his ground. Really good work from him to take away that option from Haddad.
Vendavolio picks that up in an offside position. That's going to come all the way back to the Devils zone.
Yeah, neutral zone pass. Oluso is coming just outside the Devils zone rather than all the way back.
There's a little bit of back and forth. Horvat and Duggan. Horvat and Batch, of course, on Wednesday. We're having a little to and fro.
Yeah, Horvat, he's a feisty character. Duggan as well, he's no slouch. He's going to stick up for himself, just battling for body position on the face-off, trying to send a message to each other early on.
Horvat to Lepine. Myers has sensed the danger here. Federich. Duggan. Mark Lewis. Forward off the boards. Myers takes a retaliation from Tetlow. And that was a little bit high. Myers goes straight to the bench. Don't know if we caught that on camera. Let's take another look at it. Tetlow didn't like something that Myers done in that exchange.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch that myself. All I saw was Myers holding his face there. So it'll be interesting to see if we got another look at that.
Conigal spins on Betteridge. Betteridge with the pass to Talbot, and Talbot shoots over the bar. And Now the Devils move forward with Martin. Talbot. Fick. Fan shot from Pellini, but the pressure remains from the Panthers in the Devils zone. Talbot, Bounds has to stick a pad on that one. Mariamaki. Mariamaki doesn't get that puck in deep, but it does break down at center ice. Jardine, he's all alone. He has a shot on, and that's straight down the guts for Kevin Carr.
Yeah, really good work there from Jardine to recognise that and keep that one going and go forward. You watch here now, just as like incidental contact to me, the two of them just skating into each other. Tetlow, he's a big man, he's got that stick up high because naturally he's going to. To me, I don't think there's much in that.
Reddick. Through traffic. Long leg. And that's unfortunate. DeSantis in the face, that puck, and he's straight back into things, but he's obviously not going to be 100%. That's always going to be a heavy blow when you take a puck up high like that. And maybe there was a case for the whistle being blown there as it hit the face, but he looks okay. Off of the skates, a long lay into the path of Hansen. Hansen fans on the puck, but gets away with it. And that is going to be an icing call.
Yeah, DeSantis just taking one up high there. Looks like he's going to be okay to continue though. He's a tough character. He's not going to be deterred, and credit to him as well. After taking that puck up high, could have made a beeline to the bench, but instead makes a couple of good plays along the boards to keep the puck on his stick, keep the puck in Panther possession and clear the zone in the end.
Rakowitz. His shot doesn't go near bounds, and now Jardine using his strong skating style to get into the zone. Panthers though play their way out of trouble. Jardine's going back and forth here behind the play. He wants to get back into things. It's Tetlow again. Tetlow is really getting involved in these early moments. Pope's got a chance, and it's over the bar and into the netting.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch what happened between Jardine and Tetlow there, but the two of them are definitely going at it behind the play. Jardine comes back into the fray though and tries to throw a hit, but the Devils have already got puck possession instead. Take it the other way. Matt Pope can't direct that one on net. Looks so it's going to come off the blocker there of Kevin Carr. If you look there, Jardine just throws a hit. The two of them get tangled up, and that's all we're going to see of that one. But the two of them continued that for a couple of seconds after.
Bit of a messy face-off. Get reset for this one. Panthers win the draw, but the Devils pounced on it. Bendevolio just shoved that one towards Carr, and Carr had to make sure he was in position to save it, and he was. Rick Monagle. Bendevolio. Drops it for Pope. And Pope's just going to float that one into the glove of Carr.
Yeah, just floats that one towards net. I think he's maybe thinking McNamee's making a beeline to the net to try and get a deflection or just get a screen to really unsight Kevin Carr, but in the end, just an easy stop for the goaltender.
The officials are not happy with Matt Pope's position outside of that face-off circle. A blast from the Devils on the blue line through Fournier, and Carr with the save. Golovkov's with a dump in. Fournier will get there first, but Talbot is there give him company. Marion Mackey. Tristan turning, Marion Mackey trying to get it in deep. 3 black jerseys surrounding him. Turnover for the Devils now. Carr with a good stick on that to stop it getting to Blair Riley. Mark Richardson with a poke check and now off the glass for the Devils. Riley chasing in. Matheson though. Well, calmly and confidently skate that puck away. Really is amazing to see the difference from Matheson from this year to last year in a Steelers uniform. Clearly was not a happy team that he was in last year, and that affected him, but this year he has been sublime. DeSantis through a host of bodies in front of bounds, and the Devils clear. Nottingham probably just shaded possession in the first 10 minutes or so of this period.
Yeah, it's been a pretty open 10 minutes of play between both sides, but I think Nottingham, they probably had the edge in terms of puck possession and time in the offensive zone. They've done a better job of moving the puck around, forcing the Devils defense into some tough situations. And again, it's that really high forecheck they executed Wednesday night that's come out to play.
Reddick gets caught up, and now it's a 2-on-1 for the Panthers the other way. Shot comes in, bounce saves, and the Devils manage to get the danger away for now. Wide of bounce net again. The Peen, the Hovat shot is blocked. Bounce has to watch that just trickle over the top of his net. Haddad using his body position to great effect there, and now Dixon needs to get to this puck early, and he does get it clear, and the Devils get away with one.
Yeah, much needed clearance there from Stephen Dixon as well. He'd been on the ice for quite some time, pretty slow to react just because of fatigue there. Manages to get that out, doesn't risk an ice in. Devils get a full line change.
Kept in at the blue line, but turned over by Matthew Myers. Matthew Myers has Batch for support and finds him. Batch straight back across the ice to Myers. The Panthers come straight back against the Devils. Held on by Ben Bounds.
Yeah, the Panthers, they're not afraid to spread the play wide a lot of the time. You can see the Devils defense, they're trying to take away the spot between the face-off dots. So the Panthers, they're going wide. They're using that foot speed to try and get the puck up ice, get that step around the defenseman and go in on an odd man rush that way. Something that worked really well for them Wednesday night, carrying it on. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Duggan, Batch. Batch sends it down low for Duggan. Duggan gets a good stick on it. Now Matthew Myers. Mark Lewis has come in low. Strong work from him, but it breaks for the Panthers. Monagle. Batch to Myers, who loses control of the puck. Hansen across from Bounds, and Bounds' rebound was a juicy one. But the Panthers were on a change. Hansen. Lovely interweaving pass into Matheson. And now Bentavolio is just going to take a few seconds to try and get the Devils moving. And his pass does find it through, and it's a goal! Patience, patience, patience from Bentavolio. And when McNamee found himself in behind, he made no mistake with the finish. It's 1-0 Devils.
Such patient play there from Sean Bentavolio in his own end. Gets a bit of a lucky bounce though as it comes off a Panther stick, and that's going to send that one through to Mike McNamee. He's going to go in on a breakaway, lift that one off the ice under the bar, and has passed Kevin Carr for the opening goal. 1-0 Devils.
I know there's been some things made about Bentavolio's goal scoring record this year, but there Ollie is what he brings to this Devils roster, that experience, that calmness, that just ability to just get away from the pressure and then pick something out.
Exactly, and I think putting him down on the third line with Pope and McNamee is really helping him out because he's not rushing the play, he's taking his time, he's assessing his options. That's exactly what sets up that goal. Instead of rushing it or trying to play it back to his defense and see what happens, keeps it on his stick, plays a good heads-up play, trying to find McNamee. Yeah, okay, it takes a bit of a lucky bounce off a Panther stick, and in the end, doesn't matter, it's just a goal.
Ariamaki puts pressure on at the blue line, and now this is going to come for Riley. Into Martin. Fournier with a hard dump in. Carr. Martin gets there first. Riley, and that's a good stick check from Horvat. But here's Riley still with it. Crowded out eventually is Blair Riley. And the Panthers, so calm and confident when they try to get out of their own zone. They always seem to play their way out rather than rush anything or give away too many icings. Here's Fick. Talbot. Can't get around Jardine. John Rowe. Rowe using his hands well, but Dixon is there. Jardine tried to find Reddick, and maybe the Devils need to just get out of dodge here. Connolly up on Haddad. Long leg. Feeds it into Jardine. Connolly is just going to take his time. Now we're going to have a penalty here. I think that was the slash that came in. The Panthers going to enjoy some power play time, but the delayed penalty is in effect at the moment. 6-on-5 we play. Fifth. And Bentavolio is going to touch this. And the first power play of the night is called.
Yeah, it is going to be a slashing call against the Cardiff Devils here. If you look, as they're coming across the line, Matt Pope just reaches in with that slash across the wrist of Dylan Malmquist. He's going to go to the box for two. Panthers get a power play opportunity, but the saving grace for the Devils is so far this season, Panthers haven't had the best of luck on a power play, especially Wednesday night. They had that second power play that was awful, so the Devils going to try and emulate that, but the Panthers, they've had a good response after going 1-0 down. I'm sure they're going to use this to their advantage.
Matthew Myers gets an early clearance on the penalty kill. Matheson. Zone entry for the Panthers. Sam Hurd. John Rowe just got the puck caught in his feet. Rowe. Talbot. Under pressure from Myers, but Myers isn't going to get the clearance. It's going to come to Matheson at the blue line. Hansen. Lovely redirect play, but bounds is equal to it. Matheson with the drive. It's fallen in the crease, and John Rowe puts the finishing touches on it. It is a power play goal. It is the game-tying goal. It's what a beast.
Much better power play work from the Panthers tonight, and that's really good puck movement to set that one up. Sam Herr just reaches out, I think that's Sam Herr anyway, all the way back to Mark Masson. It's going to take a deflection right out in front, fall very favorably for John Rowe. All he's got to do is turn, gather the puck, tap that one across the line, and we're all tied up at 1.
All square once again here. John Rowe on the power play. Martin. Vick is going to get there first. Mario Mackey trying to put pressure on him. There's the Panthers again, who are happy to skate out of trouble. Martin tried to play the puck behind him, but there was only a black jersey there. Lewis to Riley. Mario Mackey wanted that puck and he couldn't quite bring it under his control. Jardine. Dixon. Dixon tries to go through Tetlow. It comes out a little bit worse away. Jardine with a huge hip check as well at the corner. Golovkovs. Dixon. Excellent on the defensive work there. Now Longley. Puck is stuck to his stick at the moment. Has Dads there for support. Reddick into Haddad. Dixon! Saved by Carr. Under a lot of pressure from Tetlow.
Really good pressure there from Longley and Joey Haddad to keep the pressure on Kevin Carr, but instead Stephen Dixon can't quite gather that puck and take the shot first time of asking. In the end, Kevin Carr recognizes it, comes out aggressively to take away the angle, but he can't quite gather it, and Kevin Carr in the end, routine stop, covers it with the glove.
Draw one by the Devils. Richardson. Pope. And Carr sends it to the corner. McNamee. Good spin by McNamee. He's used the back of the net as well to gain possession. Carr block it away. And we'll have another face-off.
Lovely bit of skill there from McNamee. Just get away from his mark. He uses the back of the net. Really skillful play just to keep that one alive. In the end, Carr just blocked that one out of play. And or did he? The referees look so they may be discussing this coming out the zone.
There it is. All the ones on the scoreboard at the moment. Is there one more goal to be had out of this period for either side? We'll see. McNamee. And DeVolio puts his man down in the corner. Now Pope. A real scrap going on in that corner. DeVolio for McNamee. Richardson. Matheson bumped by DeVolio. Fournier, and that's snatched out of the air with a glove for Kevin Carr.
Really good start to the game by Sean Benvolio. He's got the assist already, really aggressive there to force the turnover. And again, just that patience. He could try and force that one into the slot. Instead, recognizes Fournier's coming off the bench, waits for him to get into position, feeds him perfectly to his tape. But in the end, good glove save from Carr.
Martin. McMonigal, that was the dad searching for the redirect. Fanned on by the Panthers. The dad will jump on this one, 20 seconds remaining. The Devils in the ascendancy in this last minute, but the Panthers spring forward. They've got one last chance though with Betteridge. Right out in front, but there will be no more goals in this period. We picked up where we left off on Wednesday evening. Both teams looking confident. Both teams looking like they wanted more goals. The Devils got the first. Bendevodio sent McNamee on his way, and he shelved it high, glove side on Carr for a power play effort just a few minutes later. So John Rowe pick up the garbage and put the rebound away to level it up at the end of the first period. You'd have to say a pretty fair result on it.
Yeah, very fair result after the opening 20 minutes of play. Very similar to the first 20 minutes on Wednesday night. Only difference is the Panthers got a goal in that first one compared to Wednesday. But I think overall, both sides, they're not going to be unhappy with the way things went. Just very hard-fought game, really physical stuff, and just two very well-worked goals as well. The key now is for Andrew Lord's men to come out and actually, have some jam about their game to start the second. But I'm sure Tim Wallace, he's going to be reminding his guys that the second period wasn't that good for the Devils on Wednesday. Come out firing early on.
We will have all of the second period action for you in about 15 minutes time, so go and get yourself some refreshments and we'll be right back with you.
All right. White, are you ready? Jump up and down if you're ready, White. Red, are you ready? The gates are closing. On your marks, get set. I didn't say go. Go! This could be it. This could be the game winner. Oh no. Red's got a chance. You got about 10 seconds left here. Come on, Red. Oh. That's it. There are no winners tonight except for the fans being entertained. What a game of Zorb football. Thank you so much for playing. We need you to clear the ice now, not run over your teammates. Thanks for playing Zorb football. Thank you to Papa John's for their support. Speaking of Papa John's, you can grab yourself a slice of Papa John's in the bar right now. Grab yourself a Grazing Shed burger maybe. Rollover hot dogs are on sale. We'll be back with you in just over 13 minutes here at Viola Arena.
The sky comes comes falling down for you. There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. Hey, brother, do you still believe in one another? Hey, sister, do you still believe in love? I wonder. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call. What if I lose it all? Oh, sister, I will help you out. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, sister, do you still believe in love? I wonder. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call. What if I lose it all? Oh, sister, I will help you out. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
Welcome back to IceTime.TV, and just before the second period starts with this game tied 1-1, let's check out some of the first period highlights. Early chance for the Panthers. Brett Polini going in alone on a breakaway. Had a goal Wednesday night in a similar fashion, but this time Ben Bounds knows he's looking 5-0, makes the save, and Kevin Carr as well, forced into a double save very early on. Did a very good job to deny the Devils though. Panthers had a lot of time in the Devils zone. Ollie Bettridge loves the goal down here. Couldn't quite find one for a bad angle there. And that was Jason DeSantis taking one up high, but a true battler stays in the game. I don't think he's missed a shift since. Devils trying that quick one off the draw. They had that against the Steelers a couple of weeks ago, but this time Kevin Carr comes up with the goods with a save, and then the Panthers, they hit them on the counter-attack. Sam Jardine doing well to take away the passing option, and Ben Bounds with a good save in the end. And this is the opening goal. You see that Sean Benevodio, instead of rushing the play, takes his time, takes a lucky bounce off a Panther stick, and then Mike McNamee is going to put that one over the shoulder of Kevin Carr. And that's your opening goal of the game. Not too much that Carr can do on that one, just really good shot, really high and quick shot from McNamee. But it wouldn't stay 1-0 for long. Panthers on the power play, trying to force the play out in front. Stop initially from Bounds, goes all the way back to Matheson, and then as that shot's blocked, you watch here now, John Rowe in the right spot, turns around, whacks that one across the line, and we're tied at 1 apiece with the Panthers on the board with a power play goal. Really good work there from Rowe to be the first one to react to that one. Devils would have a couple of chances of their own, but Dixon can't gather that one. Setlow does enough to distract him. And Carr says thank you very much with a routine stop in the end. And late on, another chance from out far. Carr with an easy stop. Both goaltenders, according to the stats in the rink, had 14 shots on net each, allowing 1 apiece. And we are just about ready to get back for the second period of action. We'll shortly welcome back Gareth Hewish. Before we do so, I want to give a quick shout out to Mike Hudson, the Viola Arena General Manager, watching at home from today because he's feeling a bit under the weather, but don't worry, Mikey, I'll be keeping an eye on your staff for you. I've already had a word with Ricky for you. Hi guys.
Alright mate. So we are back ready for the second period to begin. An even first period. The Devils need a better second period because of the past 2 games. Their second period has let them down somewhat, so they'll be looking to break a little bit of a personal hoodoo here and making sure their second period is as effective as their first and thirds have been. Mariamaki. Martin. Riley! The second period has started better for the home team. It has started with a go-ahead goal. It's 2-1.
After the second period they had Wednesday night, that's probably the start Andrew Lord wanted. Really good work from Masi Marimaki to force the turnover initially. Martin goes straight to the net, picks on it, rather than trying to put that on the backhand past Kevin Carr, instead spins around, plays it right into the wheelhouse of Blair Bridey. Nothing but net to shoot at, and early on, 2-1 Devils.
That line again though, oh, you summed it up perfectly there. Each guy in the forward ranks doing their bit. There is something about that partnership as Fick has picked the blue line. Send her around, Riley will pick it up. And the Devils now will want to continue this second period. Mariamaki. Martin, you can see Mariamaki was free and calm, and now Pellini almost got himself free again. That was almost a carbon copy of his goal here on Wednesday night. Ryanek takes one into the boards. No arm raised. We'll take another look at that one. Golovkov's into the slot. Pellini! And it's blocked by Riley on the back check. Fick. Connolly. One thing about a Fick that we've seen, and there is going to be a penalty now on the Panthers.
Yeah, this looks going to be a tripping call against the Panthers here. So the Devils going to the power play early on, I think. Well, no one's really making their way to the box, so I don't think the Panthers really know who it's against.
Rock, paper, scissors?
No one's gone to the box yet. The referees, I don't think they spotted it either. Now they have.
And it's Pellini. No, sorry, Golovkov. Sorry, I saw the 9. It's Golovkov who's going to go sit for this tripping.
Yeah, looking at the replay, it could have been one of those two. Don't know if we'll get a look at that in the next period, next break of play. But to me, looks like the right call.
Haddad. Off the boards, very well done by Sam Hearn. Haddad ably came back to help in defence because Hearn had a short-handed chance brewing. Long leg. They thought about putting it straight towards net. That's sent away by the Panthers. Haddad asking for a little bit of help from Bounds. He gets it. Betteridge it was, putting pressure on the penalty kill forecheck. McMonigal just rides that and sends a hard dump in, but Carr will give the early clearance, and it's going to get worse for the Devils. Short-handed chance denied by Bounds. And now the Devils will get a bit of time on the puck on the power play. Fournier shoots over the bar. Riley. Mariamaki to Riley. Martin. Blast from that poke. McNamee. They were looking for Pope at the back door.
Yeah, Panthers would nearly get themselves on the board there. Really good work from Sam here to recognise that as he's going for a line change, so are the Devils, and he's noticed that Brian Collins picked that puck up behind the goal line. Instead, makes a beeline right back to the middle, sends himself through on a breakaway. Usually you're going to bet on him to score there, but Bounds comes up with a big save to stonewall him there.
Mark Lewis. Matheson feeds it in, and that is a good kill from the Panthers.
Yeah, really good kill there for the Panthers early on in the second period. They had a really good job breaking up any attack at the blue line, not allowing the Devils to get anything set up. They had a lot of dump and chases, and the Panthers were the first ones to the puck to clear it.
Good stick from Benevolio to intercept that pass from Talbot. But Talbot gets the puck again. He'll go in for a chip and chase. Richardson. Benevolio. Benevolio again. Thought Duggan was going to collect it from him, but that doesn't quite work out. Golovkov. Golovkov fed it in front. Talbot redirected it. Bounds with the save. Matheson. Tetlow. Cushioned to behind the boards. Matheson. Lewis. Took a little bit of a hook. Now it's come right the way around Malmquist to pick it up. Golovkovs. Golovkovs have been on there a little while now. Still looking busy, still looking like he can get something. Wide of the goal though, and the Devils will clear off the boards, but only as far as Pellini. Pellini again, short side and wide. Good pressure from the Panthers this though, it's building. Off the glass only, Barnes had to react to that as it came at an awkward angle. The Devils are actually asking for a penalty. I think they're going to get one.
Yeah, looks so it's going to be Panthers going back to the box there. Dylan Malmquist, I believe it is. I think it might be a tripping call. No, so it's going to be roughing actually out in front. You watch how he gets tangled up in front with... All right, fair enough. That'll get you a roughing call.
Indeed it will.
It's a shame as well because the Panthers had the Devils on the ropes there. There's a lot of tired legs, especially the defensive pairing of Mark Richardson and Mark Lewis. They really could have made that count, but Dylan Malmquist just solves that one for them.
Well, an offensive zone penalty as coaches tearing their hair out. Haddad. Martin couldn't take the sting out of the puck to carry it forward. Haddad shoots and scores! He has been lethal on the power play all year. He rips another one to get the lead to 3-1.
That's the 10th power play goal of the league campaign for Joey Haddad, and it's great passing movement again from the Devils. Joey Martin with a lovely feed across to Haddad, has to take a touch to corral it, and in the end just rips that one quickly past the glove of Kevin Carr, who's sprawling to get to that far post. In the end though, Haddad's going to bury that chance, 3-1 Devils.
And that Malmquist penalty is looking worse and worse now, Ollie.
Yeah, exactly. With so much pressure, you can't afford to take an offensive zone penalty like that. I'm sure Tim Wallace is probably going to have a few words with him now he's back on the bench. Just cost the team a goal there with unnecessary penalty.
Jardine, it is a much better second period for the Devils, scoreline-wise thus far, than it was Wednesday and it was last night in Fife. So, from a coaching perspective, Lord will be happy that there's been a response on that score. Right down the throat of Kevin Carr, who holds on to the puck.
Yeah, much better response. I'm sure Andrew Lowe's going to be beaming with a smile, but he's not going to be showing it too much. Very calm and serious guy. He doesn't plays his cards very close to his chest. He's not going to be comfortable despite being 3-1 up. He's going to want to keep them going.
Oh, the Panthers have more than enough firepower to get this lead eaten into. Longley! And somehow between using a defenseman's stick and his glove, Carr makes that save.
Well, I suppose he had dropped his stick. It looks like it's actually gone to his neck and into his jersey. He dropped his stick, manages to somehow just steal his defenseman's stick. Don't know how much his defenseman knew about it. And he's going to cover this one up somehow. Just grabs it out of his hands.
Sorry, Lepine, this one's mine.
If it works, it works.
I think Carr has enabled the trust of his defensive core with his performances this season. Longley. Around DeSantis. Chance goal! Haddad with his second of the night! The Devils with their fourth of the night. It's 4-1.
And this comes straight off a face-off win by Stephen Dixon. He's been so good in the dot all year long. Charles Langley just picks that one up, goes around the net, finds Joey Haddad out in front, and again, nothing but net. And that's a 4-1 lead for the Devils now.
You have to give credit to Haddad's body work there to spin away from Matheson. He had read that play superbly.
Yeah, in the first period, the Panthers had quite a lot to respond to with this line, but this line's really going to work in the second, just using their physicality and their skill to get into the right positions, comes up with a goal, 5-on-5 there.
Tipped in by Martin. The Devils have the bit between their teeth now. Fournier. Mariamaki. Mariamaki gets there ahead of Fick. But Fick recovers, but only as far as the blue line. And Carr has got that in his big old paw, and will settle it down.
Yeah, just to touch on what you said a couple of moments ago about Carr really earning the trust of his defenseman. He's allowed 4, but you can't really fault him on too many of them. The first one, a breakaway, power play goal, and then that one, there's nothing he can really do on that one as well. So for him, he's going to keep his head, he's going to really keep himself calm and composed, and he's going to be a guy to really help the Panthers get themselves back in this one.
Riley, his shot balloons over the bar from a deflection. That is just about going to go for icing, I think. No, it's not. One linesman had his hand in the air, one didn't. Richardson. Clever dump in there. Fick again. Coming up for that puck, and a good play away from Fick. One thing I like about Fick is the puck wastage is nothing with him. He always seems to manage to get some. It's a chance for the Panthers! I think Bound's got a bit of it, maybe the bar as well. Pressure remains now for Nottingham. Talbot. Stopped by the Devils, but they can only send it up for an icing. We'll have another look at this Panthers chance.
Yeah, you see Carr there really quick to get the play back down the other end, but this is really good work from the Panthers. Great response as well. Golovkov's with a great pass across to Julian Talbot. Can't quite beat the post though. Looks as though it's straight off the post and out. Really good work from Golovkov's. Very, very quick, very skilled player. Great vision as well to set that one up. So close though for Nottingham.
It would have been the perfect response for them as well. Pope has ended on the ice with a collision as well, and there's so much going on in and around these face-offs. We'll try and keep an eye on for you. There's battles going everywhere. Horvat. Lovely give and go for him. Bentafolio was trying to pounce on a loose puck. Now Lepine. Tetlow. Tetlow under pressure from Bentafolio. Good work from Bentafolio. Now McNamee. McNamee just about back to Mark Lewis. Mark Lewis around. Haddad. Haddad again. Loses an edge when he tries to get around Tetlow, and Panthers regain the puck. John Rowe. Flatted off of Dixon, and then Dixon picks up the loose puck. Long leg. Haddad. Mark Lewis is hard dumped at the second time of asking. Carr. Carr's puck distribution is pretty good as well, as like having an extra defenseman there when the Devils do go for those dump-ins. Back at the blue line, Matheson. Tip. But the Devils do enough to get it out, but it's only going to be an icing call.
That's a really good pass there from Mark Matheson. Sells everyone a dummy there. Everyone's thinking he's going shot. Instead, plays that one down low to Brett Pelini. And that's the redirect in front. If there's a black jersey sniffing around the slot, that's an easy tap in for them. Really well worked play from them. Really good response as well after conceding again.
Face-off is to be reset. It's the work of a dad on the outside of the circle that the officials weren't happy with. Panthers win the draw now. Sam Herr around. Blasted from the blue line. Bounds leaves it out in front, and the Devils just about get there first. The dad. As Reddick. And the Devils really need to go for a change, but the Panthers are quick with her to go straight back at him. Mark Lewis got a good piece of that to stop the shot having as much venom as Herr intended, and Herr is battling with Lewis now. Hansen. you have to give credit to the Panthers. They haven't really gone away from what they were doing.
No, they haven't gone away from what they're doing Wednesday night either. They just come in with a clear game plan. It worked really well for them, and it's paying off a little bit so far in the second period. They haven't got the goal. They've allowed 3, but again, Carr can't exactly be blamed for any of them. But I think overall, the Panthers, it's a 3-goal cushion to come back from. They're showing they've got the bite and the energy, and they've definitely got the talent to do so.
But for the Devils, they'll be happy that they have this advantage with which to work in. There's no doubt in the Devils' work rate at any point during a game. But when you do have the advantage on the scoreboard, that work rate from the Devils counts double in many ways. It's a turnover for the Panthers behind the net. But they couldn't execute Batch. Riley. Carr out to use that stick handling again.
Yeah, Carr, he's not only one of the best goaltenders in the league, but he's also probably the best goaltender at playing the puck as well. He's always willing to get himself involved, get that puck moving, try and send his guys down the other end on a rush.
Richardson sent it for Mariamaki. Couldn't get control of it though. Fick. Fick again, bounds to the corner. Mariamaki off the glass. Good clearance from him as the Devils need a change, but the Panthers want to get things moving forward quickly. No icing on the play. It took a couple of deflections. And that's into Carr's stick. John Rowe's pass goes awry. And the Devils fashion a chance, and now there's going to be a whistle on the play. We'll see who goes off here. There seemed to be a punch or two thrown.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a Panthers power play after that. It was 2 Devils just finish a hit on Danny Fick. You watch here, Fick just makes a good play on Bentavodu there, takes the puck. Fournier comes in with a hit, and then so does Riley. The 2 of them stay involved with him. In fact, it looks as though Danny Fick's gone to the box.
I mean, for me, I think you maybe give 2 each for a rough-in, maybe. I didn't see a lot in there.
No,
maybe there was something after our camera went away, maybe.
Yeah, that's the same with me. I think 2 each for rough-in or nothing, but I'm sure the situation room will correct us in a moment.
I think they are waiting for a Devils player here. 4-4, yeah, there's a signal to the bench, 4 and 4.
We were right.
As Spider-Man says, everyone gets 1.
Now it's just a case of who's going to the box. It could be Fournier, it could be Riley.
Rock, paper, scissors, round 2. Riley used Spock, wrong game.
4-4 hockey, I think that's the right call.
Well, for the Panthers, I think they'll welcome 4-on-4 as they look pretty good 4-on-4 Wednesday. And Betteridge indeed got his goal just after the 4-on-4 expired. Connolly. Jardine. Reddick. Strong skate from him. McNamee. Straight across the crease, and tantalizing effort it was. McNamee happy to come out of the zone. A good hockey sense from him. There was no reason for him to get caught. And now he's managed to fashion a better chance for the Devils. He needs a change though. The Devils have to be careful. Fournier got a stick on that, but that could have been another breakaway chance for Sam Hurt. Pellini. Jardine. Fournier. Fournier into Haddad. Shot from Fournier just over the bar, and Carr holds on.
Yeah, dangerous there again for the Devils, just allowing Sam Hurt to potentially go alone on a breakaway. But again, it's really good recognition from him and the Panthers to notice that when the Devils go for a change, they've got a chance. Devils have had a few line changes in this game that maybe they need to wait a little bit. They've left guys open when the Panthers turn the puck over. It's come up big for the Panthers.
Into Carr from the face-off.
Yeah, as I was saying, it's come up big for the Panthers Wednesday night. It's nearly paid off a couple of times tonight as well. So that's something that the Devils need to get themselves settled in. Really watch these line changes.
Long leg. And into Carr again. 18 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Around the league, the Clan have got a win against the Fife Flyers in the race for the playoffs.
Well, someone had to break a losing streak.
That is a tough rut that the Flyers are in. I believe that's 12 straight defeats now for them. Dixon putting the pressure on, and he's actually going to get called here. The Panthers are going to go on the power play. The deflection takes it past bounds, and we'll have another look at this one.
Yeah, it's going to be Stephen Dixon going to the box here now. It looks like it's going to be a hooking call. He had his stick involved in that play, trying to force that turnover. Stick does get caught up in the midriff section there of the Panthers player. It's Jason DeSantis. If you watch this now, there's a couple of slashes there. Stick just gets caught up. When the referee's arm goes up, I think the hook's already happened. But it is going to be a Panthers power play.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the incident happened that split second before. On a slow-mo, I think it looks like the referee's putting his arm up a lot later than he actually does. But yeah, I think it's that first infraction that gets into the Panthers. Back on the power play, looking to execute again. And they need to eat into this lead. Malmquist. Connolly. Golokos. Richardson does enough just to impede Golokos this time, but he still has it. Still going to work with it. Blast coming in over the bar. Connolly. Polini with a one-timer, and Bounds managed to get a good sight of it in the end.
And Benevodu does a really good job there. That puck bobbled over his 60. He's trying to make that clearance. Good heads-up play to stay with it and get that one in the end.
Connolly goes down. No arm up that time. Jardine sweeps the puck out of the zone. Tim Wallace is incredulous that that wasn't called. Sam Hurt. And again, Jardine with a calm clearance.
Yeah, Jardine's been one of the best penalty killers for the Devils over recent weeks. Coming up big there, stops a very dangerous attacker like Sam Hurt in his tracks.
Matheson. It's Talbot. Matheson waiting for it at the blue line again. He is the conductor of this power play, is Matheson. Talbot gets it back. One-timer scores! Here with a one-timer in the slot. Eats into the lead. It's now 4-2.
That's such a quick release there from Sam Hurt for another goal on this season for him. He's been absolutely outstanding for the Panthers. Shows it perfectly there. Julian Talbot with a good pass right into his wheelhouse. And Sam Hurt just going to rip that one low between a couple of bodies into the back of the net. We're 4-2 now.
And maybe take a touch of Jardine on the way through off of the skates, or is that straight in? Well, take another look. Either way, the Panthers have their second of the night. And it's now only a 2-goal deficit. Longley. Haddad. Back to Longley. Longley into Carr, who saves. Haddad. Back onto his forehand, just wide. One-timer over the bar. It's a good push-back shift for the Devils after conceding. Fournier can't get it on target. Maybe should have done better, Gleason Fournier.
Yeah, good bounce back there after conceding for the Devils, but that's exactly what the Panthers have been doing when they've been conceding. These are two teams that have not given up on this game. They're playing a very, very exciting game of hockey, both sides really trying to use their movement, their one-timers to their advantage. I think some good goals in this one.
Fournier. Dixon. There's going to be a penalty here on the Panthers. Horvat is going to get two for something that happened behind the play.
Yeah, Horvat wasn't happy after taking a hit from Joey Haddad. Straight away he gets up, gives Charles Longley a bit of a tap. I'm not sure if we're going to get this on camera, but it is going to be Horvat going for two for slashing.
I think it's already happened by this point. Shows you how far behind the play it was.
Exactly, and now the Devils go back to work on the power play. The way they've been moving the puck on the man advantage could get interesting again now.
Devils would love to open up a 3-goal lead again. DeSantis couldn't quite get himself set for that clearance. He had time and space. I don't know whether he lost an edge or something happened to him there that just didn't allow him. He's taken a cross check as well on Mario Mackey, who's trying to get body position. McNamee. Fournier, and that's held by Carr.
Yeah, really good reach and play there from Carr as well, because that one's going the other side of him. He's really leaning to the right, has to quickly push back to the left. Good glove save there.
DeSantis under pressure from Mario Mackey, and these two are really not liking each other at the moment. Mario Mackey again trying to get body position, and again DeSantis trying to stop him. Riley, pass wasn't clean, but Fournier picks it up. McNamee has Pope coming in back door and elects to shoot himself. It comes off the mask of Carr.
Yeah, he's got mask going down, take away the low option. He's trying to pick the corner instead, just put that one right off the mask of Kevin Carr. He's looking fine after taking one off the helmet. In the end, doesn't matter how you stop him as long as you do.
Fick comes away with it. Good battle from him. Fick still with it, and actually feels like he may be able to fashion a chance for the Panthers here. Betteridge. McGonigal finally regains possession for the Devils, but a good bit of killing from the Panthers. Long leg. Haddad, but that's straight into the path of Lagowitz, who has support up to his right. Bounds away. Martin. Dixon. Haddad couldn't collect that as he was coming through, and maybe one last chance to set up for the Devils, but it's looking like it's a decent kill for the Panthers, but Haddad's found himself with space, and you really can't give him that much space to try and pick a spot.
And really good work there by the other 27, Brian Connolly, to recognize that puck's come off the glass, bounce favorably out in front for Stephen Dixon, gets his stick on it first to clear that one all the way down the ice, still on the short-handed opportunity as well, so there's no icing.
Devils have got themselves in 6s and 7s behind their own net. Connolly, they're back to full strength, the Panthers. If they were to get one here, it's going to set up a very interesting third. Bentivoglio. Myers. Bentivoglio couldn't collect the pass. It was just a little bit too high. Deflection wide. Jardine sweeps that one out. And that will be the end of the scoring for the second period. As the time ticks away, a second period that started in seconds with a goal from the Devils through Blair Riley. That was added to shortly after by Joey Haddad on the power play. And then Haddad helped himself to another to get it into a 4-1 advantage. But the power play for the Panthers hit back once more. The captain, Sam Herr, means it's a 2-goal deficit going into the third period. And what a third period this is going to be.
Yeah, 4-2, 2-goal comeback for the Panthers needed. And the way they've been playing, especially facing some adversity with that power play goal after the Malmquist penalty, they're doing a good job bouncing back. They're not giving up on the play at all. Just a really solid game from them. They're going to be a bit unhappy coming into the third period, but I'm sure they've got 15 minutes now to regroup, get themselves settled, come out for a big bounce back in the third. The Devils, though, that's much better in the second period. Exactly what they needed, exactly what Andrew Lord wanted. They just need to keep it up. They're going into the final 20 minutes.
Can the Devils hold on to the lead that would give them a vital 2 points? Or can the Panthers stage another comeback? We'll find out all of the action on IceTime.TV in about 15 minutes time.
Congratulations, Sheila. I really don't know who it's from, but I'm sure he's sitting next to you. Happy 13th birthday, Sienna. Hope you and Rosie are enjoying the game. Love from Mom, Dad, Jordy, and Boo. And a very special happy 5th birthday. Oh, sorry, happy 5th year together, Carrick and Lauren. We've also got a happy 9th birthday, Brooklyn Ward. We hope you enjoy your first Devils game. Love from Auntie Sarah and Will. A huge welcome to everyone from United Welsh sitting in block 14th and 17th tonight. Hope you're enjoying the game. Love from Katrina. Happy birthday, Joey Gibbs. We love you, buddy. A very warm welcome to everyone here from Principality Building Society. Happy birthday to Margaret Pierce in block 3. Happy birthday, Margaret. Give us a wave. There she is. Happy 8th birthday to Elliot. Love from Mommy, Daddy, Amelia, Nanny, and Gramps. Happy birthday, Carla Carpanini from Anna Marie and everyone who knows you. Happy 13th birthday, Nicholas Watkins. Finally a teenager. Love from Mom, Dad, Grandpa, and Grandma. Happy 40th birthday to James Allen. Love from Jen and the kids. And a very special to one of our coaching staff, Dan Brabin is having a birthday today. So happy birthday, Dan. He is the goalie coach here at the Cardiff Devils. Happy birthday, Dan. Who's ready for Chuck a Puck? That's the kind of reaction you want. We'll try that again. Who's ready for Chuck a Puck? On your marks, get set, start chucking! Coming, folks, keep them coming, get them out on the ice. If you haven't thrown your puck, get it on there now. Any more pucks? Any more pucks?
And we're back live on IceTime.TV for some second period highlights. And Mikey, the GM of the rink, if you're still watching, don't worry, Ricky did a good ice cut. Just a look at the goals in this one, and there were quite a few. Great work from Joey Martin to set that one up. Really patient. Puts that back door for Blair Riley. Nothing but net. Easy goal for him. Nothing that Kevin Carr could do about it. In fact, I don't think you can really fault Kevin Carr for anything in this game. I mean, I know obviously he's let in 4. They haven't really been his fault. And breakaway chance for Captain Sam here. That was a short-handed effort as well. Tries to pick the corner, puts that one though into the glove of Ben Bounds. Doesn't really have to do much to make that stop. Chance that Sam here is going to want back, but as you'll see later in the period, later in the highlights, didn't take them long as Joey Haddad puts the Devils ahead 3-1. His 24th goal of the year, 10th power play goal as well. Carr going post to post. Not an awful lot he can do on that one either, after some good movement on the power play and just a good shot. And then didn't take them long. Dixon wins the face-off. Langley goes around DeSantis, around the back of the net. Joey Haddad spins off his man. And that's the easiest of his 25 goals he's scored. League-leading 25th goal for Joey Haddad. And as you'll see though, late in the period, the Panthers, good movement there. Slap pass across to Julian Talbot, right out in front for Sam Herr, and that's going to be the 24th goal of the year for the captain here. You look there, John Rowe just moves out of the way to make sure that one has a clean path through to the net. And with 24 goals on the year, he's trailing Haddad by 1, second most in the league. But pretty sure he's still leading the league in points. That's not a bad thing. As you see though, the Panthers are getting ready to come out. Devils making us wait a little bit longer, still about 1 minute and 20 to go until the third period is officially meant to start. So what better time than to introduce you to Gareth Hewish.
Hey y'all. Yeah, the Panthers look ready. They're on the bench, they're on the ice. They sent the starting line out. They're good to go. Thank you for everyone for joining us tonight, especially to the legend in Nottingham who have been watching us past Wednesday and tonight. Should we get our drinks orders in now for playoff weekend?
We should.
Yeah, I'll be definitely partaking in a few in the legend when I am there. So a shout out to those guys. And Gianna Libby as well, our transatlantic friend. Been watching for a few years now. Hasn't tuned in this year as much as she'd like, but I've seen that she was joining us tonight. So shout out to her and all her family.
Just a quick check of Twitter. Coventry Blades are 5-3 up over Sheffield.
We've seen the Steelers come back in the last 10 minutes of games. So we'll keep an eye on that score, of course. I believe it's 2-2 in Guildford between the Giants and the Flames, last I checked.
3-2 Belfast.
3-2 Belfast. That'll be a big win for the Giants so they can hold on there as well. Well, with those scores, a win here, if they are to stay the same, would be pretty vital for both these clubs. The Panthers are 2 behind, but that is a deficit they will feel they can break. And they're going to get right to it. Hansen puts it on Bounds. Bounds to the corner. Martin. Mariamaki. Riley into Mariamaki. It's going to be a penalty here. The Panthers not happy. It's going to be a misconduct as well.
Yeah, that's fair enough for the misconduct. Have to have another look at the actual trip, though. It is going to be Brian Conley going for 2 minutes for the trip, and if he's not careful, could be going for more than just an extra 10.
I'll be interested to see where this misconduct falls. Could be 2 for the trip and 2 for the misconduct.
Yeah, if you watch on the replay there, that's just, he puts his stick in the right area to warrant a tripping call. Mariamaki does go down, and it is going to be 2 for tripping and 10 for misconduct, and Tim Wallace doesn't look too happy about that one.
Oh, we talk about this a lot, Ollie, about picking what hill you wish to die upon, and was that a situation this early on in the third period where Connolly needs to get that frustrated?
I think he's just frustrated that he took the call because he's trying to get his team back in the game, and he knows that he's a driving force of that. He's really a leader from the defensive end, does a good job of driving the play up ice. So I think he's just frustrated with himself more than the actual call there. But again, you need to keep your composure and make sure that you're not doing anything like that.
He's going to sit in the box for 4 minutes. It's 2 minutes for the trip and 2 minutes for the unsportsmanlike.
Okay.
That was the official announcement from Todd Kelman. And the discussion is carrying on at the Panthers bench. But for 4 minutes here, the Devils are going to have some power play time with which to work. Golovkovs has to come and sit for the first minor. No, he doesn't. Liam Sewell is just talking with the register timekeeper. They're clear to clear everything up. Sam here is going to jump on this loose puck. He's up against McMonagle. He's just got that steely determination as Sam Herr. You've seen it there. Haddad. Long leg. McMonagle. Poole cues it. Down behind the goal line. Thick. Carr, lovely touch by Carr. And the Panthers here are going to gamble. Short-handed. Sam Herr doesn't hit the target. But it's clear the Panthers are not just going to sit back and invite Devils pressure on this power play.
Exactly, and once again, they're playing wide and they're playing high. Is what paid off for them a lot Wednesday night. They did that a lot in the first period. Didn't do it as much in the second. Starting out, even short-handed, they're willing to play high. They're willing to take that risk. They need to get 2 goals to get themselves tied and get a point, potentially 2 out of this one. He's not going to miss too many chances like that, though.
Mariamaki. Mariamaki drives to the net, but doesn't hit the target. Pope. Puck sent all the way back up. Bounds. Fournier. Mariamaki, lovely touch of the McNamee. Shot goes over the bar on the one-timer from Blair Riley. It's going to be a penalty on the Devils here as well.
This was going to be Masi Mariamaki going for a hook there. Didn't quite catch that one myself. A bit of a come together along the boards there, so I'm not sure if we're going to have an angle of this. But it is going to be Masi Mariamaki. It's going to be 4-on-4 for 17 seconds and a Panthers power play.
I think the Panthers' second penalty is going to come into effect. So we're going to go 4-on-4, and then the Devils will have a short power play at 17 seconds left.
I forgot about that. That's why I'm glad you're here.
I had to look at it twice. So it'll be 4-on-4 for the duration of Mariamaki's penalty, as Richardson plays his way out of the zone. On Carr, lightly into the pads. Richardson with a feathered shot, Martin! Well blocked, and Joey Martin will come back out of the zone. Interesting how they play this, Ollie, because Panthers are going to be positive, that's for sure.
Yeah, they've got to be aggressive as well.
Richardson. Richardson all the way around, and there was a chance for Bentavolio to put the finishing touches on things. Now the Panthers gain the zone. Pellini drops it for Matheson. Matheson shoots wide, and that's going to come all the way back into the Panthers zone.
One thing that Nottingham needs to start doing now in the last 70 minutes of regulations, they need to start getting shots coming in from higher danger scoring chances. There's a shot there from the right wing. That's somewhere they've tried testing Ben Bounce a lot, but they've missed the net a couple of times.
Chance here, who's just bombarding himself towards the net. He is a strong, strong player that the Devils just can't seem to stop his progress. Longley needs a tip on this, doesn't get it. Jardine gets a little something on it, wraparound attempt. Haddad. Longley. Haddad, Jardine. Jardine shoots, and Fick has lost his stick, so just used his arms to make himself as big as possible. Good tactic. Hansen. Hard dump in, but Pope's going to get there first. Off the boards, though, for Reddick. So Mariamaki's back on the ice. It'll be a 15-second power play for the Devils as the penalty for the Panthers for misconduct winds down. Pope! And that is feathered towards Carr in the end, and Connolly returns to the ice.
Yeah, Pope just has to make a slight body adjustment to really get that shot off there, and in the end doesn't quite connect with it completely, and it is going to be an easy stop in the end for Kevin Carr. If you watch this now, it comes across, he has to slightly move his body position to really drag that one towards net.
Monagle just knew he had to get that puck towards net.
Yeah, the Devils, they've done a really good job in the face-off dot as well all night long, so they're happy just to keep the puck down that end of the ice, test Kevin Carr from out far, try and maybe get some rebounds, maybe get some tips out in front. They're quite happy to play in this end of the ice for now.
Still lots of time on the clock. Monagle. Pope. Pope under pressure. Bentavolio. McNamee. Pope just tried to throw it straight back towards Carr, and Carr eventually, well, I thought he had it under his blocker, but it popped back out, but the whistle had already gone.
Yeah, I think when Pope just recovered there to try and put that one out in front, he just put that one up in the air and on the back of the net, so it's going to be whistled down for that.
McMonagle, backhand play, and again, Carr has got to eat those up.
This is exactly what I mean. The Devils have won face-off after face-off and kept the puck in the Panthers' end. They're testing Kevin Carr. There's not been too many real dangerous chances for him to really stop, but they're making sure the puck's down that end, testing him, maybe try and get him a bit tired and try and sneak one past him.
Fournier tries on through traffic, and it's almost like they're playing catch.
The other thing as well is this padding the stats for Kevin Carr. I mean, his stats are impressive enough, so I don't think he really needs this, but he'll take it.
Fournier shoots in. This time it doesn't get to Carr. Otherwise, I was just going to put a record of me saying it and put it on a loop. Panthers are all over this, and Fournier has to be defensively minded now. Pellini. Turnover for the Panthers through the crease. Martin comes out to challenge. Mariamaki does enough to leave the puck for Fournier, but Fournier is under pressure straight away. Riley sends the puck on down and no icing on the play. Connolly. Here. His pass uncharacteristically goes wayward. But the body language of the Panthers just suggests they feel they can get into this. They feel like they can get those 2 goals back. The Devils need to find a way to try and eat into this spirit, eat into this attitude.
Exactly. The Panthers aren't giving up easily. They're really coming out in this final 15 minutes or so with some jam. They're really playing a very quick tempo game. You've got guys like Brian Conley just slowing things down in his own zone, then hitting the Devils on their counter-attack with some quick speed, especially on the wings. Like I said earlier on, the Panthers need to get a few more chances in high-danger areas. Too many shots coming from far out along the wings. Need to start trying to battle for that room out in the slot. Test Ben bounce from right out in front.
Batch off the boards, doesn't get it out of the zone, but he does recover and get it to Haddad. Carr leaves that, but Betteridge picks it up. Batch with a good stick in there. Haddad now. Haddad around to Batch. And it's going to be a Panthers penalty.
Yeah, Josh Batch's stick just explodes out of his hands there from a slash from Ollie Betteridge, and Devils going back to the power play. Panthers, they just need to be aggressive again, because there's a few times the Devils on the power play, they just sort of shut things down defensively. They expect them to keep the puck in the zone. They're not expecting the Panthers to be able to hit them on the counter-attack. If they can have one forward playing quite high towards the blue line, if they can force that turnover, they can send them straight away down on a breakaway. That's exactly what I'm expecting to see from the Panthers right now.
Pope. Riley. Riley back across, and Carr elects to play that on the floor and clear. Fournier's picking up speed, hit the blue line. But his pass doesn't find its intended target. The Devils will have to start again. Marion Mackey, McNamee. McNamee is strong on the puck. Riley's picked up the loose puck, and that's just clocked into Carr, who's going to do everything he can just to keep this puck moving. Lakowitz around Fournier. Marion Mackey wins the puck back, but the time that Kevin Carr has got for his team is a chance short-handed for the Panthers. And it's going to be a penalty on the Devils as well.
Yeah, Matt Pope just can't quite keep that puck on his stick, trying to get that play going back up ice, turns it over to Ryan Horvat, and as Horvat's going in, he knows he has to do something to disrupt his path to net, takes that hooking call, and it's going to be 4-on-4 now for the next 51 seconds. But Kevin Carr, he looks as though he's not too confident about the face-offs at the moment. He's keeping that puck moving. I get that he's trying to keep the clock winding down, try and get his team back to full strength, but instead of going for that whistle, there's a couple of times, especially that last one, very dangerous to let that puck loose there. Maybe he's thinking he doesn't want the Devils to have too many power play chances. Face-off chances, sorry.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. And they're going to go 4-on-4 here again. Martin. Haddad. Martin leaves it. And now Jardine in a foot race with Pellini. One-timer bounce saves from Hansen. Turnover by the Panthers again in the Devils zone. Matheson. Another turnover in the Devils zone. DeSantis. Hansen. So it's now a power play for the Panthers. One-timer, bounce holds on. Matheson was causing a few issues.
Yeah, Maston's just doing what he needs to out front there, just making sure that he's the guy who's potentially going to be first on a rebound, letting the Devils know he's there as well. But that's an absolutely outstanding shift there from Brett Pelini. As that puck's coming through, he wins the foot race on Sam Jardine. Jardine then recovers body position, so he lifts his stick instead, gets that puck there, keeps that play alive for the Panthers. A couple of times as well behind the goal line, just sneaking in, taking away the option from the Devils to get that puck out of the zone. Really, really smart play, an aggressive forecheck, exactly what the Panthers need right now.
Hansen. Into Sam Hay. All the big guns out for the Panthers. Matheson. Hansen. Matheson with a drive, and it's into the pad of bounds. He does well to save. Straight back out. Time and space. Deflection, but it goes into the netting. And the Devils are holding on here. 34 seconds to go on the power play.
Panthers showing a lot of faith in their shots from far out there. They've got a couple of guys who can really rip slap shots towards net, and they're making sure that they're the ones with the puck. Mark Matson is one of them, patrolling that blue line, quarterback in this entire power play unit. Sam Herr out there as well. Already got one tonight. He's got 24 on the season, so this is a very impressive power play unit for Tim Wallace to use.
Dixon doesn't win the draw and can't get to the puck at the second time of asking. Joey Haddad now is having to really work to get to Hansen, but Hansen sees off his challenge. The Panthers set up again. You can feel it's coming. They feel it's getting closer. Matheson around the boards. Hansen. Hansen was looking for a redirect. Sam Herr. Stopped by Haddad at the first time of asking. The Devils are back to full strength, but the Panthers' pressure remains. Hansen. Bounds with a good save. The Devils need to get out of dodge soon. Matheson wide. Hansen. Gets it back, Hansen. Bobbling puck. No execution. Pope. Straight back into the path of the Panthers. Matheson. Clobbered away by Mark Richardson. Haddad has been out there for what seems like an age. Can Dixon now finally get some respite for the Devils? He can. Enough to get a few bodies off at least. Panthers straight back at it through Kolovkovs. Takes a hit from Matthew Myers. Connolly! That's off of Mark Lewis. Chipped away by Benevolio. But they come straight back, but this time it's offside.
Yeah, Benevolio with a good bit of stick work there to clear that one out the zone. I think this has probably been one of the best games I've seen of Benevolio for a couple of weeks now. Really looking a lot more confident on this third line. He's got himself an assist early on, and he's playing really smart defensively, being trusted with some crucial defensive minutes by Andrew Lord. That's exactly what you'd expect from Benevolio. He might not have the point production so far this year, but he's shown tonight that despite that, he's still a very impactful, very useful player.
Indeed he is. Pack sent around. Thick on Mariamaki. Panthers still with it. It's fallen to Pelini. Pelini shoots on Bounds, and Bounds with another save. Mark Lewis got there first, but he couldn't find an out. He didn't have any options. And Riley wants a change. The Devils get our new personnel on. Big 8 minutes upcoming here at the Viola. McNamee. Puck just evades him. But now is a turnover. Duggan. McNamee. Great work by Sam Duggan there to pounce on that loose puck. Can the Devils now get some offensive zone time? Jardine. Duggan put enough pressure on into the corner with Talbot. And the Panthers have an out, but for the first time in a while, feels like the Devils have some breathing room.
Yeah, exactly. The last 5 minutes or so has been all Panthers. They've been in the ascendancy completely. They're playing exactly how they did in the second period on Wednesday night. They've been playing absolutely perfect hockey, really aggressive on the forecheck, just doing a very, very good job. The only thing they'd be missing is that goal.
Haddad's going to go in for a hook here as well, so more power play time upcoming for the Panthers.
We'll have another look at it here now. It's Joey Haddad who's going to the box. So you watch, the puck's going to come all the way back down now. Haddad just gets his stick round. He argued it. Don't know why. Clear as day.
That may have been a tired play from Haddad, who's been out on that ice for a long time, killing. The Panthers have huffed and puffed, and they knocked down the door on this power play. It's a good clearance for the Devils, though. Malmquist. Riley putting pressure on. Horvat couldn't get towards the puck, and now the Devils with a shovel clear.
One thing to watch that Brian Connolly just did on that last rush up ice, he played the puck slightly ahead of him, almost to make it look so he's not in control of there. He's inviting the Devils defense to pinch up, to maybe take that risk, maybe get themselves out of position, because it looks as though he's not in control of it, but he is the entire way. Really, really smart play by him.
Talbot. Devils couldn't get a hold of it, and the shot goes over the bar. Hansen fans on it, which gives Bendevolio time to just hold up against the blue line. Bendevolio does good work and clears. There's still time for the Panthers, though, on the power play to get set up. John Rowe. Sam Herr, Hansen. Herr was lurking in that slot area that he loves. Tip in front. Herr's still there. Bounds has to track it. Shot comes in. Another block from the Devils and a clear.
Couple of crucial blocks there by the Devils. I think a few came off the Panthers as well. So the Devils really get away with a lot of Panthers pressure there. Some really good looks for them. They can't buy a goal at the moment, though, the Panthers.
Last 5 minutes, and what a crucial last 5 minutes it is. Hansen swiped away and held on by McNamee. Fournier just wants to get the Devils set up. Pope straight into McNamee from Carr. Pope shoots. And Carr again with that aggressive play. Ollie, I just think he wants the Panthers to keep moving. I don't think he wants to be sat in his own zone. That was better from Pope. More aggressive in the defense there to stop that pass, to stop the Panthers' pressure. Every Panthers attack that's stopped now is money in the bank for the Devils.
Exactly, 3:56 to go. The Devils are just going to be happy to keep the puck on their stick as much as they can and try and close down the Panthers. This is where the Panthers have to start getting desperate. They have to start making some really risky moves to try and get that third one, then maybe try and force a fourth. But if you watch there on your screen, Ben Bounce has no idea where that puck is because the Panthers are moving the puck really well. A couple of deflections as well helped unsight him, but that shot from Hansen, that should be back of the net, but unfortunately drills it straight into the defenseman's legs.
Through the legs of Dixon, it's a 2-on-1 for the Panthers, and they can't execute. Jardine came back, but the pressure still remains. Shot comes in, Bounce can't hold on. Mariamaki away, and Glove down by Riley. Very fortuitous by him. Stopping the icing call, Jardine. And that's, I think, gone right out of the Viola Arena roof and probably in the pool.
That's ended up in Penarth. Takes a wicked deflection and hit the roof. I think it's the first time I've heard a puck hit the roof in this building.
Puck is broken for Hansen. Wrap around the turn, bounces strong again. Connolly. Deflection over the glass. Bentivolio. McMonigal. Still McMonigal. Hansen, who doesn't seem to have left the ice in this third period. That's hit the inside of the door, so that will be reset. 2:40 remains in the game.
You can see what the Devils are trying to do right now. Instead of playing aggressive on the forecheck, they're just trying to make sure that when they get the puck on their stick, they're keeping it moving, either tripping it all the way down instead of going for that icing, or what they're trying to do is just take it into the zone and hold up play. They're really trying to frustrate the Panthers into a frustration penalty right now, trying to eat away at this clock.
McMonigal to Haddad. Pope takes over. Panthers looking at the blue line, goes wide.
Carr's gone to the net as well.
Clearance made, and that's a bold move from Tim Wallace. He's asking for an icing call as well, is Wallace. Bounds, rockets it back. Pope with a shot. That's not going to make it.
That'll do though. It gets a bit of a rest for the Devils' defensive legs. Crucial face-off draw here now. Wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a timeout called shortly by Tim Wallace.
Interesting, he takes the timeout now after an icing.
It gives the Devils a chance to get a rest as well, but I think what he wants to do is get a set play drawn up here now. He's going to get one of his best face-off guys on the ice to really try and win this draw back. Then they're going to move into position, try and execute what he's drawing up on that whiteboard for them right now. And it's also good to see him actually get a timeout this time. Wednesday night didn't get one.
Yeah, he tried his best to get one, bless him, but everyone conspired against him. .155 left. The Devils have the advantage. They want to hold on to it. The Panthers feel if they can get one here, and they have won the draw. Sam Herr doesn't get past Haddad. That's great work from Joey Haddad. Both ends of the ice showing his worth there. They gain the zone. Matheson. Connolly. Still with Connolly. Through traffic and bounds with an excellent save off a redirect. Talbot over the bar. Kicked away by Fournier off the boards. It's going to be icing in that unit for the Devils. It's still out there. Will the timeout for Andrew Lord come now?
He's making a gesture, but I think he's just trying to tell him to hurry up. He's not calling that timeout.
Yeah, I think he wanted to get that going. I think he's got faith with the guys that are out there. Martin with a clean face-off win. Can Pope get it off the boards? He can. It's come out. The linesman says no. That was a close one. Richardson pins his man against the boards. Pope just sweeps it out. Red Army chant kicks up here on Pride Night at the Viola Arena. Talbot to Samher. Connolly off of the stick of Joey Haddad. The Devils battle with Matt Pope. Lovely little play by him. And Matheson picks it up, but it's going to take something special for the Panthers to get 2 or more now with the time remaining. The Viola Arena can feel it. It's been an excellent 4-point weekend for the Cardiff Devils, which ends tonight at home where they pick up a victory against the Nottingham Panthers 4-2.
Once again, just a really, really good game between the Devils and the Panthers. The Panthers, credit to them. They came down, they put up a brilliant effort against the Devils. That third period, they were in the ascendancy. It was all Panthers. The only thing they couldn't do was beat Ben Bounds. A lot of shots from out far rather than high danger areas. You can see them trying to switch up that game plan, trying to force it to the slot a few times. Couldn't quite get it done. Devils did a good work defensively to really stop that when the Panthers did try it. But the Panthers, that's a great effort from them. Usually, you put in a performance like that, you're going away with 2 points.
Yes, a huge victory for the Cardiff Devils, who stay in touch with the Sheffield Steelers, who won 6-5 in the Sky Dome. Neither team giving much ground at the moment. For Nottingham's title hopes, though, Ollie, that's a disappointing weekend for them, dropping 2 games.
Yeah, really disappointing for them. I didn't catch the game last night, so I don't really know how it went. But for them tonight, they'll take a lot out of this one. They'll know they played a really solid game. You know, they challenged the Devils for the entire 60 minutes once again. You know, it's going to be disappointing. It's going to be a lot of soul searching on the way back up to Nottingham tonight. But you know, they can leave with their heads held high. They did everything right. They just couldn't get that third goal in the third period to get themselves back within touching distance. I think if they could, if Sam Herr can bury that breakaway chance he had earlier in the third, I genuinely think the Panthers would have got this.
Well, that's not what happened in the end. The Devils hang on. And that Malmquist penalty was the turning point of this game. Your man of the match for the Panthers, Ollie?
I think a couple of guys, I'd always like to see it go to a defenseman for defensive work, and I know it's not going to go to Danny Fick or Brian Connolly, but I thought those two had really good games. 2 assists tonight, Julian Talbot for me.
Matheson picks up the Man of the Match awards. I thought Matheson did okay.
Yeah, 2 assists for him as well. He had that the shot on the first goal that was deflected, and John Rowe tucked that one away. Then also he had that slap pass across to Julian Talbot to set up Sam Herr for that second goal. Really solid performance from him. Who said he's past it? He's got a lot left to go.
Indeed he has. The Panthers support their fabulous away fans who have been loud and proud all night. We'll see the Nottingham Panthers again on Wednesday. I believe that game is on Free Sports. The second leg of the Challenge Cup semi-final. It's 5 apiece after the first leg, all to play for. But for now, we wish the Nottingham Panthers players, management and fans a very, very safe journey home.
Next up, we have 3 shot of that winner. So first of all, with Ben
some shirt off his back winners, and what a lovely shirt it is to win as well.
Yeah, I got to give the team credit. They always go have some really, really nice looking Pride jerseys. Great symbol for what they represent. Nice jerseys as well, though.
There is an auction as well of these shirts after the game.
My bonus pay is not till next month, though.
Ado's giving you bonus pay?
My other job. That sounded weirder than I meant to. That's probably the cleanest game-worn jersey ever.
But what you don't know is Morrison did wear it shopping all day today. He's walking around Morrison's. Asda, other supermarkets are available. If any of them want to sponsor us, we'll take that.
I actually saw Sean McMonagle in Morrison's earlier this season, and he looked very confused by the Welsh signs. Looking for breakfast bars and cereals, you gotta look lower on the sign to find them. They come after the Welsh one.
We've all been there. You're man of the match for the Devils, Ollie?
I think for me, 2 goals in the second period, 2 goals are 3 shots, leading the league in goals right now with 25. It's got to be Joey Haddad.
I'm getting worried that there's not enough physical space left in Joey Haddad's house for all of the man of the match awards that he wins home and away.
I worry for his liver with all the champagne he wins.
There's going to be a team photo with all the Pride jerseys. There will be Joey Haddad.
What a bounce back season he's had after an injury plagued one last year. Just an unbelievable year for Joey Haddad. He's won towards the end of last season. I was wondering whether or not he'd want to come back after all the injuries. He has, and he's come back stronger than ever.
Indeed, he has. He sits atop of the goal scorers in the Elite League at the moment. And heading into Belfast next week, he's going to be such a key guy for the Devils and a key guy down the stretch as well. Well, everyone just wants a picture of these beautiful Pride jerseys. Oh, it's Margaret's birthday. I want a picture with Margaret.
I think everyone wants a picture with Margaret. That's over Block 13 chanting for her as well.
So Margaret, as she enters the ice here, has that fetch and jumper, which our producer-director Rachel informs us she also has. So we don't know if there's 2 jumpers in existence or Margaret's a thief.
I've always thought she's a bit of a sly one.
Happy birthday to Margaret, who's one of the just warm-hearted, funniest, long-serving fans at the Devils. She sits right at the door as you come in, so is always there with a smile.
And one more time, give it up to your team, the home team, the winning team, your pickups, Cardiff Devils.
She is here week in, week out. What a credit to the club. the Devils cheer off their home fans. There'll be no home game next weekend. It'll be a war of attrition in the SSC Arena. And then we've got GB qualifications, so we won't be here for that. I'm not going to see, all I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you too, but I just got a dog today, so I'm looking forward to spending time with her.
Well, don't miss me then, fine. We'll be back in a few weeks. Ollie might be after this insolence, we'll see. But for now, I've been Gareth Hewish on behalf of all of the IceTime.TV team. Thank you ever so much for joining us, and we hope you've enjoyed your hockey wherever you are. Good night.
Just to get in there, I will miss you.